I recently came back to playing FC24 after some time off to see everyone with cracked teams, loads of coins, and everyone having a free Team of the Year Messi. And because of this, I couldn't defend. People were scoring finesses, travellas, cutbacks, and even headers. I could not stop what they were doing, and I knew I had to do something about it. Thankfully, I found 5 things to help my defensive game and concede less goals. I noticed people were starting to use more big players, like Haaland, Xerxes, and so on. The aerial plus playstyle was causing me some issues, and I realised I could not beat these players in the air very effectively with my normal defenders, who were much smaller. So I made some transitions to bring bigger defenders in and focus specifically on that aerial plus playstyle. Then in game, I made sure I was closing down the crosses as quick as I possibly could to stop them getting into the box altogether. Closing them down quicker though left me open to the byline drive. Sweat goals were still a problem for me even after the most recent patch. So I implemented the partial team press feature. This is where you double tap and then hold the R1 RB button to get 2 players to man mark. This meant I could pressure the ball holder while my AI does their best to cover the passing options. And it was an absolute game changer. I still found through balls to be strong though, and people were finding their runners in behind with ease. My defenders just wouldn't track the runs as I thought they should. The solution? I learned how to right stick switch into my defender to then manually track that runner. This gave me the head start on the runner and a little bit more time to deal with that through ball. But the biggest issue though I found when learning this was these 2 things. Getting the right stick switch correct in the first place and actually spotting the run. My advice on this is to not always keep your eyes on the ball and run player relative in your controller settings. All you then have to do is push the stick in the direction of the player that you want to switch to. However, sometimes the opponent will still find their way into that 18-yard box. And that's okay. We have another tool we can use. The goalkeepers aren't great at saving shots on their own, so sometimes it can work out to move your goalkeeper with the right stick to compensate for this. Pressing and holding down the right stick will give you full movement to then move them to wherever the shot was going to. And it's also super effective on corners. In EA FC 24, EA added the new defending option called Advanced Defending. And this gives us the ability to hold X or A to shoulder barge when side by side. And this made defending so much easier for me. The reason? If someone is side by side with me, like in real life, I shoulder barge them off the ball. You still need to press circle or B to tackle correctly when you are head on though, so do remember that. And sometimes when tackling, you will find the ball will bounce back to the opponent over and over and over again. It seemed like tackles were just a little bit lame. They're not strong enough almost. And again, we have a solution. You can do a hard stand tackle by holding R1, RB when pressing a tackle button, and it makes an immediate difference. If you do need one-to-one help to fix your FC24 game, you can book a coaching session with me over on my website. The link is down below. In and around the 18-yard box though, I still couldn't really get to grasp with people dribbling tightly, looking for skill moves and moving the ball quickly. I was panicking so much and pressing the tackle button here and there. Implementing the second man press feature with R1 RB to send the AI to press the ball holder while I covered a passing option was great. I could then tap L1 LB to change back to the player closest to the ball to continue that pressure. What also helped me defend inside the box was compacting the box more, lowering my defensive width to 44 and then bringing my left mid and right mid and even my striker back to help defend was huge. You can do this in your player instructions or using the D-pad striker to drop back. You can also lower your defensive depth as well on the game to really compact the 18-yard box if you can't find any other way. Another tool which helped was being able to use the offside trap on the D-pad to just ensure that you were keeping that high line to try and stop the opponent from playing in behind with ease. If you notice an opportunity to do that offside trap when the opponent has their back to your goal, or when they switch the ball over and over, this can work a treat. What also helped me defend on FC24 were these custom tactics, which you can click on this video right here to find them.